If your feet always seem cold after 70, no matter the season or how many socks you pile on, you are far from alone, and here's the most useful thing to understand right away. Cold feet are not one problem. They are a clue, and that clue can point to at least 8 very different causes. Some are completely harmless, simply a part of getting older. Others are worth a conversation with your doctor, because they are signs of something treatable. Quick note before we start. This is general education, not medical advice. And persistent or one-sided cold feet, especially with sores, numbness, or color changes, deserve a proper check. Hold on to this one idea for the whole video. The cause of your cold feet is usually hidden in the details, whether it is both feet or one, whether they are truly cold to the touch or just feel cold, whether the color changes, and what else you feel. Learn to read that pattern, and you can usually tell which of the 8 is yours, fix what is fixable, and know the few red flags that mean, see a doctor. So let us decode your cold feet, one cause at a time. Stay with me, because by the end, your cold feet will make a lot more sense. Cold feet after 70 can come from at least 8 different causes, ranging from simple aging to treatable medical conditions. Across this video, we will walk through all 8 causes, how to tell them apart, and what to do about each. Some of what you assume about cold feet is a myth, and the truth makes the cause much easier to find. By the end, you will be able to spot which of the 8 is most likely yours, and what to do next. Cold feet after 70, 8 causes, and what each one means. Before we run through the causes, it helps to know why feet, of all places, are usually the first to go cold. There are good anatomical reasons, and they explain a lot. Knowing why feet run cold makes the 8 causes much easier to understand. So those same anatomy lessons apply to cold hands as well. Your feet sit at the very end of your circulation, the farthest point from your heart, so warm blood has the longest journey to reach them. They also have thin skin, little insulating fat, and a large surface area, so they lose heat quickly and feel the cold first. Cold feet are one of the most common complaints doctors hear from older adults, so you are in good company. This is also why warming your core, not just your feet, often warms the toes faster than socks alone. Hands often run cold for the very same reasons, which is why doctors look at both together. To stay warm at the core, your body narrows the vessels in your feet first, which is why cold toes are often completely normal. So let us start with the most common and most reassuring cause of all, the one that explains a great many cold feet after 70. Sometimes the answer is simply time. So the most likely explanation is often the gentlest one. With age, the skin thins, the cushioning fat under the feet shrinks, and there is often less muscle to generate heat. Circulation also becomes a little slower and less responsive, so the feet warm up more sluggishly than they used to. Older skin also has fewer of the tiny vessels near the surface that help bring warmth to the toes. Aging-related cold feet usually warm up normally once you move, layer up, or step into a warm room. In other words, the most common cause of cold feet after 70 is also the least worrying one. Thinner fat pads under the heel and ball of the foot also mean less natural insulation against cold floors. For many people, that is the whole story. Cold feet that are a normal part of aging, not a warning of anything wrong. The next cause is the one most people think of first, and it is an important one, though it is only a single branch of the bigger picture. It is genuine poor circulation. So genuine circulation trouble is one branch to take seriously, but only one of 8. Over the years, fatty plaque can narrow the arteries in the legs, a condition called peripheral artery disease, reducing the warm blood reaching the feet. The clues here are telling, often one foot colder than the other, pale or bluish skin, and weak pulses in the feet. Smoking, diabetes, high blood pressure, and high cholesterol all speed up this narrowing of the arteries. Another clue is leg cramping when walking that eases with rest, a classic sign of narrowed leg arteries. Shiny skin, hair loss on the toes, and slow healing sores are further signs of true circulation trouble. Circulation-related cold feet often feel genuinely cold to anyone who touches them, unlike the nerve type. Because narrowed arteries also affect the heart and brain, true circulation problems are worth taking seriously and checking. Now to a cause that surprises almost everyone, because it breaks the obvious assumption that cold feet must mean cold blood. Sometimes, the problem is not your circulation at all. It is your nerves. That single distinction separates a nerve problem from a circulation one. Nerve damage, called peripheral neuropathy, can scramble the temperature signals your feet send to your brain. The giveaway is striking. Your feet may feel freezing cold, numb, tingling, or burning, yet feel perfectly warm when someone touches them. Beyond the cold feeling, damaged nerves often bring tingling, prickling, or a burning sensation, especially at night. Because the feet can also go numb, nerve damage raises the risk of unnoticed cuts and burns. This nerve-driven type is also why warming the feet may not fully relieve the cold, numb feeling. Neuropathy often starts in the toes and slowly creeps upward in a stocking-like pattern over time. That mismatch, cold to you but warm to the touch, is a strong sign the issue is nerves rather than blood flow. The next cause deserves its own spot, because it sits behind so many cases of cold, numb feet after 70, often working through the two causes we just covered. That is why diabetes sits behind so many cases, quietly working through both routes. Catching it early is what keeps a manageable problem from becoming a serious one. Diabetes can damage both the nerves and the blood vessels in the feet, so it drives cold feet from two directions at once. High blood sugar over time is the main culprit, and because the feet may go numb, small injuries can go unnoticed. Diabetes is one of the most common reasons for cold, numb feet in older adults, and it is often gradual. Keeping blood sugar well controlled is the single best way to slow this nerve and vessel damage. If you have diabetes and notice new cold or numb feet, it is always worth telling your care team. That is why careful foot checks matter so much with diabetes. An unnoticed sore can become a serious problem. Our fifth cause is one that often gets missed for years, because its signs are easy to blame on aging. It is a small gland in your neck with a big say in how warm you feel. So cold feet, plus that whole cluster, is a strong nudge to get your thyroid checked. It is one of the most satisfying causes to find, because it is so treatable. An underactive thyroid, called hypothyroidism, slows your metabolism and circulation, turning down your body's internal heating. The clue is that the cold is rarely just the feet. It comes with feeling cold all over, tiredness, dry skin, and weight gain. Hypothyroidism becomes more common with age and affects women especially, yet it often goes undiagnosed for years. Other thyroid clues include thinning hair, constipation, a slower heartbeat, and feeling unusually sluggish. Because the symptoms creep in slowly, many people assume they are just tired or getting older. The good news is that it is common, easily found with a blood test, and very treatable with thyroid medication. The sixth cause is really about the blood itself, and it becomes more common with age as the body absorbs key nutrients less efficiently. Two related shortfalls can leave your feet cold. So cold feet can sometimes be the first hint of a simple nutritional gap. Anemia means too few healthy red blood cells, so less oxygen and warmth reach the hands and feet. Low vitamin B12, common after 70, adds a double problem. It can cause anemia and also damage the nerves directly. Older adults absorb B12 less efficiently, and some stomach medicines make that absorption even harder. Brittle nails, shortness of breath on stairs, and dizziness can round out the picture of anemia. Diet, gentle supplementation when needed, and treating the cause usually restore warmth and energy. B12 deficiency is one of the more commonly missed causes of cold, numb feet in older adults. The tell is cold or numb feet alongside fatigue, pale skin, and weakness, all easily checked with a simple blood test. Our seventh cause is the most dramatic to watch, because you can often see it happening in real time. It comes in sudden episodes, usually triggered by cold or stress. Recognizing that color sequence is usually all it takes to identify it. Once you have seen it happen, it is hard to mistake for anything else. In Raynaud's phenomenon, the small vessels in the toes overreact and clamp down hard when exposed to cold or stress. The toes turn white, then blue, feel numb and icy, and finally flush red and tingle as the blood rushes back. An attack can be triggered by something as small as reaching into a freezer or a sudden wave of stress. Keeping the whole body warm and managing stress are the simplest ways to reduce these attacks. Wearing gloves to handle frozen food and warming the hands before going outside can prevent many attacks. It is usually harmless and more common in women, though a new onset later in life is worth mentioning to your doctor. And the eighth cause is one almost no one suspects, yet it may be sitting in your medicine cabinet right now. Some common medicines can leave your feet cold as a side effect. A quick chat with your doctor usually sorts this one out completely. Certain drugs narrow the small blood vessels, and beta blockers, often taken for blood pressure or the heart, are a frequent example. Some migraine medicines and decongestants can do the same, tightening vessels and leaving the hands and feet cooler. The point is not to fear your medicines, but to know this is a possible and usually manageable side effect. Your doctor may be able to adjust the dose or switch to an alternative if cold feet are bothering you. If your cold feet started after a new prescription, mention it, but never stop a prescribed medicine on your own. So with 8 possible causes on the table, how do you tell which one is yours? This is where it all comes together, because the answer is usually written in the pattern. Let me give you the simple decoder. With a little attention, the right cause usually becomes surprisingly clear. This simple 3-step read is the heart of the whole video. First, both feet or one. Both often points to a whole body cause like thyroid, anemia, or aging, one to local circulation. Second, truly cold to the touch, or only feeling cold. Cold to the touch suggests blood flow. Feeling cold but warm to touch suggests nerves. Keeping a short note of when your feet are cold and what else is happening makes the pattern far easier to spot. Most people, once they look closely, can place their cold feet into one or two likely causes. If two causes seem to overlap, that is common too, and your doctor can help untangle them. Third, the extras. Color changes point to Raynaud's fatigue and weight to thyroid or anemia, a new pill to medication. Now for the part that matters most for your peace of mind, knowing when cold feet are nothing to worry about and when they genuinely need attention. Let me be clear and honest about both. The goal is simple: relax about the harmless, act on the genuine warnings. Cold feet that warm up easily affect both sides, and come with no other symptoms are usually harmless and need no alarm. See a doctor for cold feet with non-healing sores, persistent pale or blue skin, numbness with weakness, or fatigue and weight changes. When in doubt, a quick check is always reasonable, especially if the cold is new, one-sided, or getting worse. Numbness that spreads, or weakness in the foot or leg, is a particular reason to get checked promptly. Trust your instincts. If something feels different or worsening, a check is always the safer choice. And treat one foot that turns suddenly cold, pale, and painful as an emergency. It can mean a blocked artery. Whatever the cause turns out to be, there are simple, sensible things that help keep your feet warmer and your circulation healthier starting today. None of these are dramatic, but together they make a real difference day to day. If you do just these few things, your feet will usually thank you. Keep moving, even short, regular walks and ankle exercises push warm blood down into the feet. Wear warm, non-tight socks and well-fitting shoes, avoid sitting still for long stretches, and never use very hot water on numb feet. Warm foot baths in lukewarm, never hot, water and gentle foot massage can also bring quick comfort. Staying well hydrated and limiting caffeine, which can constrict vessels, also helps keep the feet warmer. Heated socks or a warm blanket are fine, but always keep heat gentle on feet that may be numb. And the big levers, not smoking, staying active, and managing diabetes, thyroid, and anemia, protect your feet for the long run. If you do decide to get it checked, it helps to know what to expect, so you can walk in informed and ask the right questions. The workup is usually simple. Walking in prepared turns a vague worry into clear, useful answers. There is genuinely no downside to getting clear answers. Your doctor will likely feel the pulses in your feet and may compare blood pressure at your ankle and arm to check circulation. A simple blood panel can check for diabetes, an underactive thyroid, anemia, and low B12 all at once. Bringing a simple list of your symptoms and their timing makes that appointment far more useful. These are routine, low-cost tests, not dramatic procedures, so there is little reason to put them off. And a quick nerve and sensation exam can reveal neuropathy, so a few basic tests can cover all 8 causes. The honest summary: cold feet after 70 are a clue, not a verdict, with 8 common causes from simple aging to circulation, nerves, thyroid, anemia, Raynaud's, and medications. And the approach is calm and practical. Read your pattern, treat what is treatable, warm and protect your feet, and know the red flags. And that brings us right back to where we began, those stubbornly cold feet and what they are really telling you. After 70, cold feet are common, and most of the time, they are either a normal part of aging or a sign of something genuinely treatable: an underactive thyroid, low B12, a medication, a touch of poor circulation, or nerve change. The power is in the pattern. Notice whether it is one foot or both, truly cold or just feeling cold, whether the color shifts, and what else your body is doing. That simple read usually points you to the cause, and to whether this is something to relax about or to check. So do not panic over cold toes, but do not ignore the red flags either. Decode the clue, warm and care for your feet, and bring anything persistent to your doctor. If this helped you understand your body in a new way, share it with someone you care about, and subscribe to Vital 10 for more health by the numbers. Cold feet are a message, not a sentence. Read the pattern, and you hold the answer.